outside. Okay. So you took him over to there?
No, his friend. Because his friend parents.
Okay. Yeah,
Hare
we need to find somebody some coffee.
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So let's begin the Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Guru, Jaya Jaya Guru, Jai Gaura Hari Hari Jai Gaura Hari, Jai Gaura Hari 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 Jai Gaura Hari. कलियुग पावन श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for giving your valuable association. Very grateful to all of you. Also, I would like to express my gratitude to Vikas to Vishaka Mataji for hosting. Thank you so much. This is second in this month, so they've been busy, but they're being accepted. So thank you so much. Okay. So let's begin a study of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have been studying from Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter number 13 in Canto 1. This is a very, very interesting and instructive. Huh? Yes, we'll start. So this is very interesting and a very, very, very important chapter for all the Grihasthas, because they show the plight of a Grihastha then how they should be living. This is very important. Because when we see that Vidur is giving instruction to Dhritarashtra, it is not Dhritarashtra. Actually, it is giving. When, in fact, Prabhupada's disciple will tell that if you are reading Srimad Bhagavatam or any book that is translated by Srila Prabhupada, read it as if Prabhupada is speaking to you. This is like Prabhupada is telling me. I should speak like it's not that Dhritarashtra Vidur are discussing. It's like Prabhupada is telling us when we read this. If we read that way, then the change will happen. If you read as a third person, then you say, okay, they are talking and there's no connection with me. But if you see that it is for me, then changes will happen. Right? That's how we should read this Bhagavad Gita. All the scriptures should be read like that. Okay, this is for me. Right? Normally, when the material world, we think, what is in for me? Isn't it? And when you have to do something, here also we should say, what is in for me? That means when you hear it directly, that, okay, Prabhupada is telling me, then change will happen. Okay, with that precursor, let's begin with Mangalacharya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobisham Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So whatever discussion that we are going to do, just want to say that there is no my personal contribution. We are just copy paste as Harivansh was mentioning. That we just copy what is there and paste it here and just talk about it. Repetition. Because it's coming from parampara. We just have to repeat the Acharya's words and that will be enough. We don't need to add anything else from our side, right? So that's how we agree. So therefore, if you find anything good in this discussion that we are going to do today, it is all because of our Acharyas. So you may please pass on my gratitude to him. All our prayers can go to them. But if there is any mistake that may be there, it will be solid in mind. So please forgive me. I seek all of your blessing and prayers so that I can speak some Harikatha, which will help us become more Krishna conscious, become steady in our sadhana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I would like to pay my gratitude to all the spiritual leaders who I listen to. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patita nama pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah ananta kodi vaishnaviki jai. So we are studying the Dhritarashtra quits home, right? And we have seen so far the discussion between Dhritarashtra and Vidur has happened. Vidur is able to tell Dhritarashtra why he should leave. So after that, what happens to Dhritarashtra and Gandhari and Vidur? Now they leave. That's what we are going to see today. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is laments. Now this lamenting is not ordinary. We'll see why it is not ordinary. It's such an important lesson that we are going to learn today. Very, very important instruction which Srila Prabhupada gives in the purport, right? And as I was telling, we should see that it is for me, right? That's how we should read all these things. Yeah. So Dhritarashtra has left home. So before even Yudhishthira Maharaj woke up in the next day morning, they have already left. It happens sometime, right? Some dear one in our home, he just leaves early morning and says, where is he gone? He's gone. Okay. So let us recite this one. So this meter will be like, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. In that meter, we will recite this, okay? Evam Raja Vidurenanujena.
Evam Raja Vidurenanujena.
Prajna Chakshur Bodhita Ajamidah.
Prajna Chakshur Bodhita Ajamidah.
Chitva Sveshu Sneha Pasha Dradimno.
Chitta Sesu Sneha Pasandradhimno.
Nischakrama Bhratu Sandarshitatva.
Nishchakama Bhratur Sandipsatadva.
Okay, so let's read the translation. So Kavish, can you please read, beta?
Thus Maharaj Dhritarashtra, the Scion of the family of Ajamita, firmly convinced by introspective knowledge, Prajna broke at once of the strong network of familial affection by his resolute determination. Thus he immediately left home to set out on a path of liberation as directed by his younger brother Vidura.
Hare Krishna. So this is like an instruction. We may hear so many instructions, but which instruction we are able to immediately implement, isn't it? Here we can see Dhritarashtra was enlightened, though he was a fully materialistic person. When the instruction came from the right source, in the right way, then he was able to follow that, right? So let us read. So all the translation and purport by our beloved Gurudev, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So in purport, Prabhupada writes, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the great preacher of the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam, has stressed the importance of associations with sadhus, pure devotees of the Lord. This is very important. In fact, Prabhupada will always say, what is the most important thing in our activity? Sadhu Sangha. Not even chanting. Can you imagine? Chanting is a process through which we will achieve Krishna Prem. But that is not the important. Why? Because in association, we get inspiration to do the spiritual activity. He's chanting. I will also chant. Like when you see Avni Sharti Sangyaji, after immediately his hands in mid back. So you see, he's chanting. Let me also start chanting. Oh, he wakes up early in the morning. When you see Rishikesh Prabhu Puja Mataji waking up early morning and being sadhana on Zoom with video on, we feel, I'm sleeping. I should wake up and I should also chant. We get inspiration from others. In spiritual journey, there is no jealousy. There is no space for jealousy. If it is there, that means we still need to purify ourselves. We get inspiration by seeing somebody advancing, somebody becoming more advanced. We get inspiration from them. All right. So, therefore, association is so important. When we meet in the Sadhu Sangha, those who have drifted away from the Krishna conscious process once came in the contact with this is only and only because of non-association. They did not associate with the devotee, that's why they drifted away. And they will have so many other reasons, but the main reason is this: they did not associate with the sadhus. Listening is fine. You can say, I'm listening all the lecture in home and all that. That is not enough. That is not association. That is good, no doubt. And instead of listening to some stupid videos and all that, listening this is very good. But then the process becomes slow. Association is very important. Therefore, even Mahaprabhu is giving this instruction, the association. Mahaprabhu would associate with his pastors, teaching us that why we should do this. He basically come because when Krishna came, Bhagavad Gita, nobody understood what he is saying. Maybe he is saying Arjun and everybody forgot. Bhagavatam was spoken about Krishna. Still people did not get. Then Krishna thought, I have to go and teach them. It's like, teacher is telling something, oh, do like this, do like this. Or especially, let's say, talk about kids. When they're young, and we say, okay, write A, B, C, D, then they can't write, then mother will hold the hand. Okay, do it like this. A, then slowly, keep it, and then they do it on their own. So Mahaprabhu came to show us how to do bhakti. He came as a devotee to teach us that how we should chant, how we should associate, how we should dance, how we should accept prasadam. All these things, he exhibited that and taught us. So same thing is being stressed, very important point. And therefore, we should again and again think about it. We should hanker for association. That when we have a Janmashtami coming in on Monday. We should all go to the temple and be in the associate of the devotee, get inspiration. Tomorrow is the Sunday feast. We can prepare our mood by going to the temple and say, okay, now I'm going to prepare my consciousness for Janmashtami on Monday. Oh, on Tuesday, Srila Prabhupada Appearance Day, I should go and attend that festival. So we have series of festivals coming in. When we come in the contact with this, we can see, oh, so many bhogas that Matajis are making. When we get inspiration, I will also cook. Then there is a condition. You can't cook if you're vessel that you're cooking onion, garlic. Then people get inspiration. Oh no, I will give it up. I will do this. Like we get inspiration from all these activities. Therefore, association, very important. And Dhritarashtra was benefited because of the association of Vidur, and he was willing to hear from him. Earlier also Vidur was there. So many years both were together. But why change did not happen? Because he was not willing to listen. He was not listening to Vidur. Vidur gave so many instructions. Give this kingdom back to Pandava. They are the real heir. They should be given to them. Don't go for war. All these things are told, but Mary, he is not listening. Very arrogant. Because blinded by the material world and the blind love for the son. These are the problems that he had. He said that even by a moment's association with pure devotee, one can achieve all perfection. We are not ashamed to admit that this fact was experienced in our practical life. Were we not favored by his divine grace, Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, by our first meeting for a few minutes, only it would have been impossible for us to accept his mighty task of describing Srimad Bhagavatam in English. When in 1922, February 1922, Srila Prabhupada met his spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He saw that Abhay Babu, at the time Prabhupada's name was Abhay Babu. He says Abhay Babu was a very good scholar. He had a very command because he studied in a Scottish school at that time, British was there. So he was studied very amazing command over English. And he came from a Vaishnava family, so he had a very good command over Sanskrit also. Then he's an ideal person. One who can translate is what? Somebody who can know both the language perfectly, right? Then only he can translate. If I know one language, then I cannot. So Prabhupada knew both. So his Guru Maharaj told him that go to West and preach. And if you ever get money, print books. He gave this instruction to him. That's it. And Prabhupada struggled to execute this instruction, but eventually he did. So Prabhupada is paying gratitude to his Guru Maharaj that without his association, I would have been nowhere. Because of Guru only we get all the association. Bilwa Mangal Thakur, when he writes, his first Hare Krishna. when Bilamangal Thakur writes his first Krishna Karanamrit first words, he talks about Chintamani. Chintamani, who gave the instruction him to go and develop love for Krishna that you have for me. So Guru is very important. Guru, association, extremely important. And that's what is being spoken about here. Without seeing him at that opportune moment, we would have become very great business magnate, but never would we have been able to walk on the path of liberation and be engaged in the factual service of the Lord under instructions of His divine grace. So without bhakti, we can become a great person. Great person means materially. We may have wealth, we may become, big businessman, all that. But what's the use? What's the use of all these things? They are of no use. Because nothing comes with us. Nothing. Only thing that comes with us is bhakti. Our karma comes with us. What we do in this life will determine what we'll get, what body we'll get in the next life. So, therefore, and that's what Prabhupada says here. And there is another practical example by the action of Vidur's association with Dhritarashtra. He was totally blind, materially attached to family and wealth and everything. And he did everything to retain in power. Everything he did. Right? So many malicious attacks he did on all the Pandavas, trying to kill them, trying to take their kingdom, not intervening in disrobing of their own daughter-in-law. Can you imagine? I mean, he's a king. He could have said, nothing doing, stop. And he could have stopped. He did not intervene. So he has been living very sinful life. But because one sadhu's instruction, association changes life. Therefore, association, very important. Prabhupada further writes here in the purport that the scriptures enjoin, therefore, that one should associate with sadhus only, rejecting all other kind of association. And by doing so, one will have ample opportunity to hear the sadhus who can cut the pieces of the bonds of illusory affection in this material world. Sadhu will develop vairagya in our heart, saying that this thing is, I mean, we have material wealth. There is no problem in having that. But detachment will appear. Right now, we are attached to all these things. How the detachment will come? It's very difficult to achieve detachment. We may get detached short time, but again, attachment will come. It's very difficult to give up. Maya is very, very strong, dear devotees. Very strong. Whatever we do, we try to do vairagya, try to give up, and see how it will drag us back into this world. Because Maya's job is to make sure that only pure devotee, pure soul go to Krishna. Everybody else has to filter out. Like, when you go for a job in interview, nowadays they use AI only to filter out, and only 5% the resume goes forward. Then they are further scrutinized by recruiters. Hare Krishna, please come. Avdeshji, please come. Have a seat. Thank you for coming. We are so grateful to you. Hare Krishna. So Avdeshji has been living in our community for many years, I believe. And on Tuesday, we had satsang in our home. And they saw, his wife used to see that there is always something happening in our home. So she said, there's something happening, but I don't want to go. She was a little shy. So they said, okay, let me go and check. So he came. First me go, and then you all come. if it is safe or not. So he came, associated with Harivamsh Prabhu and all the devotees, Radhika Prabhu and everybody, then got inspired. So he said he'll join. So they'll come here. So thank you for coming. We're so grateful to you. Thank you so much. So association is very important. That's what emphasized in this particular verse. And Prabhupada very, very clearly explains this in the purport. Right. So this we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. right? We are reading from there. Or you can give him the link probably. Maybe he can.
It's right there too.
Yeah, no problem. Yes. Okay. So association and identify the right sadhus. Sadhu is important, but we have to find the right person. And there are so many sadhus which are moving around, but not everybody is genuine. So we have to be very careful in who we select as our guru, right? First of all, it should be in a parampara. So that's what it is. Okay. So let's go to verse number 30. Yeah. So chaste Gandhari followed. So now look at Prabhupada's greatness. Actually, if you see that Gandhari and Dhritarashtra, both were not very favorable to Pandavas. Like when the pains are inflicted upon them, they did not intervene as much as they could have. They could have stopped many things, right? But that did not happen. But look at Prabhupada. Prabhupada is what doing? In this particular verse, Prabhupada is glorifying Gandhari for her good qualities. So this is the quality of a devotee, that they will not see wrong in somebody. He says, what is good in them? Let me take that. Saragrahi. Everybody has some faults, right? And if you start looking at that, then nobody will be, you cannot say he's going to be my friend or he's going to be a devotee. No. Everybody has got backlog from his past life, millions of lives they have lived. So that backlog is there. But that should not determine that he's good or bad. We should just look at good things in them and then take it and move on. We should not judge people. Judging is very, very dangerous. Okay, let's read verse number 30. Patim prayantam subalasya putri
Katim prayantam subalasya putri
pativrata chanu jagama sadhavi
pativrata chanujagam sadhavi
Himalayam nyast danda praharsham
Himalayam
manasvinam eva satam praharaha. Okay. So Mahi, can you read translation better?
Yes.
Chaste Gandhari was the daughter of King Subala of Gandhara. Followed her husband, saying that he was going to the Himalaya mountains, which are the delight of those who have accepted the staff of the renounced order that fighters for accepted a good life to earn the enemy.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Beta. Very nice. So here, this whatever that is called Kandhar or Gandhar, it is actually in Afghanistan. If you see, there is a place. So India was so big at that time, but now after the invasion and all that, it becomes small and small like that. So King Subal, is the daughter. Gandhari is the daughter of King Subal, who was the king of Gandhar or Gandhar, and that's how she got the name Gandhari. Like Mother Sita is called Maithili because she was born in Mithila, right? Like that. So Prabhupada writes in a purport and primarily glorifying her. Now glorifying her from a ashram perspective. In a particular ashram, we have 4 ashrams, right? What are the ashrams? We have Brahmacharya. No, next. You can't do one. Sequence, yes, sannyas, right? So here, Prabhupada is glorifying her the ashram's quality. That's what he's saying. So that is important. So Prabhupada is seeing good in her and telling us this is for you. How is it, isn't it? How Prabhupada is making our life so easy by just giving the sar in this. So in purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, Subalini or Gandhari, daughter of King Subal and wife of King Dhritarashtra, was ideal as a wife devoted to her husband. So can somebody tell why she was ideal?
She put her
Ah,
tried her best as a best wife.
yeah, so she saw when he saw that, oh, her husband is blind. She said, okay, I will also put, stick and I will not see. So I will experience.
She wanted to go through the pain of
pain
her
of,
husband.
yeah, I mean, basically, how you get, basically, you want an empathy about somebody is suffering. Then you have to go through that. Then you develop that empathy. Other just simply, oh, he's so blind. What can I do? I cannot do anything. But it's empathy means you experience the pain of other person going through and then follow that and then have that conversation. So Gandhari actually did. That's why he's saying he's so chaste. Which woman in this world today would be willing to do this? Very difficult. Right? So she actually went through. That's why it is saying that she's the example that she 100% devoted to her husband. Nothing else. The Vedic civilization especially prepares chaste and devoted wives, of whom Gandhari is one amongst many mentioned in history. Lakshmi, Sita Devi, was also a daughter of great king, but she followed her husband, Lord Ramchandra, into the forest. She was not asked to go to the forest. Dashrath only told Lord Ram to go, but she went. So this is a quality of a wife who is very chaste to her husband. The wife's quality or the can be seen when the husband is poor. Like husband is wealthy, then every wife will love. But when husband has no money, then you have to see what happens. Because when I used to go for this Food for Life food distribution in Atlanta downtown, one person came, and we just generally after distribution food when they're having prasadam, we go and just have a conversation. So I was talking to one person, and he's little mentally retarded at that time because he's very disturbed. I mean, ask him how is his life, how you become homeless. Because that's the main thing. How you become homeless suddenly. He says, I was a CEO of a company. He was a CEO of a company, and he was very wealthy. Now his company was doing very well. So he had a big house, wife, children, car, everything. And then company suddenly started doing not so good. And he became bankrupt for some reason, whatever. So his wife filed a divorce and took away all the wealth that he had. Took all the wealth. Now, because of that, he got so much affected because of this. Because somebody who he loved so much and gave everything that he had was taken away overnight. And then he became like, he tried many things, but he couldn't because he was mentally so much disturbed. And then he became homeless. So his wife, she was loving him when he had a lot of wealth. Now, as soon as wealth is gone, she thought, oh, this is no use to me. And she took away everything. So this is the material life's condition. It may not happen to us, but it is happening around us. We may turn blind eyes to that, but we cannot hide the facts. The facts are facts. And this is happening. It's the reality of life. So therefore, following in the footsteps of husband is not so easy. Especially when husband is very chaste, very devoted. Right? In fact, just by serving the husband, wife can get liberated. Scripture says this. Just by serving husband, wife gets liberated. It's so important. Okay, further, Prabhupada writes. That's what we talked about that, similarly, as a woman, Gandhari could have remained at home or at her father's house, but as a chaste and gentle lady, she followed her husband without consideration. Like Mother Sita followed, no problem. I will give up all the luxuries of the palace and I will follow Ramchandra. And she followed her husband. Gandhari also did the same thing. Because when you go to the forest, there is a lot of uncertainty. Where will you live? What will you eat? What will you wear? This is the basic question, right? Everybody needs at least these things, roti, kapada, makan, we need this. We need something to eat, something to live under, and something to wear. This is a basic need. Now, these things are questioned, then it's very precarious condition. What will you do? Suddenly somebody become homeless. What am I going to do? First of all, our ego will come in between. Now I cannot ask somebody, I have to, and then problem happens. But here it is like that. She is not worried, and she just moves along with his husband early morning. Instruction for the renounced order of life were imparted to Dhritarashtra by Vidur, and Gandhari was by side of her husband. But he did not ask her to follow him because he was at that time fully determined, like a great warrior who faces all kinds of dangers in the battlefield. So Dhritarashtra was told, but not Gandhari, that you go. But she followed. So this is a quality of a chaste wife, that she always want to serve the husband. She feels that, oh, when he goes, what will you do? Let me go and serve him. So that's why she goes along with him.
Even Mata Kunti followed, right?
No, Mata Kunti did not go. Mata Kunti stayed because he wanted to take care of her young children. So there are reasons why you wouldn't go. There are reasons why you would go. So Mother Kunti is also considered very chaste. But she remained because young 5 children, what will happen to them if she would have taken? But Madri did. Madri followed her husband, Pandu. She became Sati, but not Kunti. Kunti took care of all the 5 children, including 2 children of Madri, Nakul and Sandev. So like that.
No, I'm talking about when Dhritarashtra and
Who went to Vampa.
yeah, I
Sannyas.
was assuming that when Mata Kunti left with them. That's my assumption.
No. Kunti did not go.
No, I think after the Mahabharata completed, and that Kunti and all Vidur and Dhritarashtra and Gandhari all went to.
No, all 3 went. See, this Bhagavatam, what is being written, that Vidura also left. Dhritarashtra and Gandhari, 3 left. Kunti did not go at the time. She went a little later, but not along with them. So when Dhritarashtra got this enlightenment from Vidur, he understood that he was no longer attached to this material opulences, this relatives, the Yudhishthira is taking care of him, he's getting food, nice place to stay. He became detached with that. And therefore he was able to quit home. Earlier he was so much attached that he couldn't even quit. And that's what Vidur was telling him. He's like, you're living like a dog. You're eating on the remnants of Yudhishthira, whom you tried to kill. Which is a shocking. So you have become such a downgraded person. So that's what he's chastised. Maharaj Dhritarashtra accepted the order of Vanaprastha, and at this stage, the wife is allowed to remain as a voluntary servitor. So she will go there to serve the husband in case he needs something and all that. That's what she. But if he takes sannyas, then sannyas is like a death. Sannyas means now I am individually as I am dead person, though I am alive. And that means I have no connection with anybody in this world. So that is sannyas. Sannyas is like that. So their wife doesn't go, wife remains. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he took sannyas, his wife Vishnupriya, she remained with his mother, Sachimata. And she lived, in fact, very long life. Mahaprabhu left this world at the age of 48. Vishnupriya lived for 90 years. How much separation she went through. We should read the character of Sri Vishnupriya ji, and then we have tears in our eyes. That's such a chaste wife. How much sacrifice? Many times people are afraid of giving sacrifice. What will happen? But if you read the scripture, then all this fear will go away.
Scriptures are going to make us very strong, very determined in executing our sadhana. Other it is, bhakti is not for weak-hearted. Prabhupada says many times, bhakti is not for weak-hearted. Bhakti is for warriors who want to fight battle with Maya. We are fighting, we are on war with Maya. It's everywhere. You see around us, everywhere the Maya is there. Just go out on the street and see what happens. Is Maya ready to capture? So only the weak-hearted will get succumb to that and then go away. And then they cannot do bhakti. But yes, Mahaprabhu has given mercy that even if you have chanted once, you become a devotee, and then if not this lifetime, some lifetime, you will get that courage to do bhakti. But if we know now, what's better time than doing bhakti now itself, isn't it? There is a book called The Power of Now, you should read. A very powerful book. It talks about doing something which is good. The time is always right for doing good thing. We should not look at what is the muhurt for doing good thing. It's now. Just do it. Yeah, I want to chant. No problem, just chant. Who stops you? It's like that. In the last line, Prabhupada says, Maharaj Dhritarashtra was advised to follow the Dhiras because all the stages, at that stage, it was difficult for him to become Narottama. So this is important instruction for all of us. See, Dhritarashtra was a Grihimedi. He was fully attached to Grihasthas, right? Then he was told to become Dhira. And then Narottam is a higher stage. But he said, don't become Narottam. You just become Dhira.
Dhira means quiet, Prabhu.
No. Dhira means slowly going into that position of Narottam, but be there. So you are detached, but you are not fully into Narottam, become like you are doing complete bhajan. That is not possible. So many times what happens, our bhajan that we do, for example, we see somebody else chanting 16 rounds, 64 rounds. We should not blindly follow. Oh, he is chanting, let me also do that. No, that's not going to happen. Overnight things are not going to change. We should know what is my condition, right? And then accordingly, slowly increase our sadhana. Devotees take long time to change the food habits, to change the lifestyle, because you have to wake up early in the morning for doing sadhana. If you can't do, okay, do at least few things in the morning, then do some in the afternoon, some in the night. These are the advice for the beginners. Right? When we begin, not many of us started 16 rounds from day one. We said, okay, I will try one round, Prabhuji. And there are also so many things that are happening. Then we do slowly, we make progress, right? And then when we are very serious in our sadhana and very sincere and following this, then we feel, why I wasted so much time? We will have this regret all the time because we got some wonderful thing in life and we did not practice for so many years. I've been struggling just doing this. That will happen, I'm telling you. It has happened to me, it happens to all the devotees. But at that time, we should not regret, but we should just move on. But that feeling comes. I wish I had started when I was a child. I wish I started when first time I got this Bhagavad Gita. I wish, I wish all these things will happen in our life. We'll feel that. But that is perfectly all right. Because we cannot suddenly cut off it. Tomorrow I'm going to start at 4 o'clock and then chant 16 rounds and go to office and then. No, that magic is not going to happen. For an advanced devotee, it can happen. But for us sadhaka, we should just go gradually. Increase our intensity of bhajan slowly. Then things will happen. It will adjust to our schedule, our mind. Everything needs to go through that. Because see, this bhakti is for enjoying. We should not feel stressed out. Oh my God, this is so much. I cannot do all this 16 rounds. Prabhuji is saying 16 rounds in the morning. I cannot. Now, you don't have to burn out ourselves. We should enjoy the process. Then you can sustain for a long time. Somebody who's running, for example, right? Somebody runs marathon and all that. They don't run marathon in one day. They've taken years to come to that age of running 42 kilometers. But you start with like, okay, run around the block, maybe 2 rounds. Okay, now you run one kilometer. Like that we walk and run. And then slowly we build the stamina, the muscle builds up. Then you can walk and run longer. So Process is gradual. Bhakti is gradual only. Just remember this. We don't have to follow somebody blindly. Okay, now question. What if we do this blindly, following somebody who's doing so great? What happens? What are the results of that? Let me see some reflection. Yes.
You won't be able to do it because it's a very sudden change.
Okay, you can't do it because sudden change. Very nice point. What other points?
You will not be able to sustain because
Sustain. You cannot do it. You cannot sustain. Very good. What else?
the bhakti will not be proper because you are doing it mechanically.
Yes. See, mechanically, you won't be able to do it because
You
mechanical.
won't get that bhav.
Yes, wow. Okay. What else? What happens if you try to do somebody else?
You will give up after some time.
Okay, you give up after some time. You're going to sustain. All right. What more? Churn out. You have been hearing this for so many. Something will come out. If you try to imitate somebody, what happens?
May not be what your heart is trying to follow. Like if I want to say,
Yes.
follow some Guru Maharaj.
I'm looking for one particular word.
Envious.
Envious. We develop envy. Oh, he's doing, I can't do it. And that envy leads to so many problems in life. Envy, very nice. But this envy is very dangerous. As I mentioning earlier, in bhakti, there is no envy. We all get inspiration from each other, right? Oh, he's chanting so nice. Oh, he reads so much. Like that. That's how we should get inspiration. No envy. But envy will come in bhakti also if we try to do something beyond our capacity. So therefore, we should do only. Probably I can chant only one round. No problem. Just chant one round, but a lot of sincerity. And see how Krishna will inspire you to chant more. This happens. Those who are chanting one, they suddenly become 16 rounder in less than 1 year. There is an inspiration. And Krishna will inspire as much as we are sincere towards our bhakti. This is important. You will get inspiration as much as we are sincere in our bhakti. Krishna will not inspire, oh yeah, okay, you chant 16. No. Krishna knows. See, eventually, Krishna is the ultimate father. He wants all the children to come back to him. And father will inspire as much as a child can take, not more. Right? So that's what Krishna is doing. Krishna is very merciful, very merciful. Okay, let's go to next verse number 31. So Yudhishthira discovered, so when Yudhishthira Maharaj wakes up in the morning, he sees that all three elders have disappeared in the home. And he's like shocked. Oh, what happened? Why are they gone? So that's a question that he's going to ask him. Ajata Shatru Krutamaitra Hutagni Vipran Natva Tilago Bhumi Rukmai Gruham Pravisto Guru Vandanaya Nacha Pashat Pitro Saubalinja. Okay, Rishit, can you read that?
Maharaj Yudhishthira, whose enemy was never born, performed his daily morning duties by praying, offering fire sacrifice to the sun god, and offering obeisance. Grains, cows, land, and gold to the Brahmanas. He then entered the palace to pay respects to the enemy. However, he could not find his uncle or aunt, the daughter of King Sri.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So here what he's saying, the Maharaj Yudhishthira. So this is importance given here of a dinacharya. Everyone should have a dinacharya. So what I'm going to do when I wake up, what time, first of all, what time I'll wake up, right? And then waking, what I'm going to do. What is next. We should have a whole dinacharya till we go to sleep. And we should try to follow. We may not be able to follow exactly, but one must have a dinacharya. Then only one can follow. If you have it in mind, then that's not going to work. Our mind is very weak. If it is strong, but actually it's very weak. It is very strong in terms of forcing us to do some material activity, but very weak. It falls succumb to this Maya. So therefore it's very weak. So it's very difficult to remember. So here, Yudhishthira Maharaj Dincharya is there. In fact, it is mentioned in Mahabharata that even during this war, 18 days of war, Yudhishthira Maharaj is not like, okay, let me wake up at 6 o'clock and brush my teeth and then go and battle for it. No. He will wake up early morning in Brahma Murta, do his sadhana, do his yajna. All this he will do, that he would do on a daily basis. He would do it otherwise also, he will do it even during war. And then come and fight in the war. So it is not like for us, like, very hectic day and all that, our schedule changes the next day, right? It's too many calls. It's very difficult. I can't. Very difficult. But see, Yudhishthira Maharaj, that's why he's Ajata Shatru. He's never had any enemy. There was no enemy that was born. So for us to have this ritual, not ritual, but our morning sadhana, what will I do in the afternoon, what will I do in the evening, these are important. Like Harivansh Prabhu was mentioning that day in Katha, that in Braj, in Vrindavan, how would devotees do? So they have their morning sadhana, they do work, and evening listening to Hari Katha is a must. Either they are sitting like 4 or 5 people and reading something, or they go and listen to sadhu, but reading is a must, and they do it every day. Shravanam is very important. It purifies our heart. So we have to listen. We have to listen to Hari Katha, especially when it happens in a gathering, like associating with the devotee. It is very beneficial. It's very beneficial. So here, Prabhupada writes in a purport, Maharaj Yudhishthira was the most pious king because he personally practiced daily the pious duties of the householders. The householders are required to rise early in the morning. Prabhupada is giving instruction, rise early in the morning, not after sun is rising. No, that is not good. I know we have a friend in Mumbai, where he lives. So his son wakes up early. As soon as the sun comes, the parents will, because of late working, they might sleep. So he says, "Sun aa gaya, wake up." His son has already come. Let's wake up. He will wake up his parents. Sun aa gaya, sun has come, wake up. That's a son's duty. Like actually, the parent should be doing, but it's other way. But that's fine. So we should have this awareness that before sunrise, we should have risen. We should have done some of our activities, spiritual activity. If not fully, it is ideal to do fully, but if not, at least some activities should have been performed. So this is what is being mentioned here. After bathing, they should offer respect to the deities at home by prayers, by offering fuel in the sacred fire, by giving the brahmanas in the charity, land, cows, grains, gold, etc. And the last offering to the elderly members, due respect and obeisances. So all these things are mentioned and the kings will give. If you can't give, you can give mental offering. Even mental offering is accepted in this world. This Kali is like that. Tulsidas says, if you mentally do something good, you still get credit in this Kali. Kali has got so many benefits. Just mentally you think, I want to donate 1 cow in Vrindavan. Okay, done. Cow is donated from your side, but just sankalpa. It's not easy to get this sankalpa also mentally. And if you think something wrong in our mind, and if you want to execute, you still don't get sin. That's another benefit. So, Kali.
Sankalp means just think, right? Not really that you'll do sometime after 2-3 years, 4 years, not like that.
Not like that. Yeah, just think. Yeah, that's what. But the thinking also doesn't come from. Thinking also is not so easy to get even the thought. These are all pious thoughts. It will come only when the mind is pure. It won't come abruptly just like that. So that's what it is.
Prabhuji, they're saying about offering fuel in the wood.
Yeah.
Was that just done by kings or every household
Normally, it's, yeah, I mean, all the brahmanas and all that, they would do it, like, people who are pious, they would do it. But normally it is, on that time, in that yuga, yes, everybody would do it.
Like here, if we are doing a Narasimha Yajna, only then we'll light a fire.
So here, it is not for us, because this Kali Yuga is what we have to do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting. That's what is mentioned in the scripture. So this is in a Dwapar Yuga, which is being discussed. At that time, people will do sacrifices. Even today, there are people who do like Agnihotra, right? There do a lot of people do it. Morning, evening, they do it. We just at the sunrise, and there is a timing you have to put that timing you add a ghee or something is a little complex, but it's like that. People do this. But that's fine. If you are, we don't do not do it. We can definitely prayers to the deities. We can do arati in home when you have picture or a deity in home. We can do that, right? So these things can be done. But unfortunately, today's life is what? Like if we provide, modern households are practiced to different modes of life, namely to rise late and then take wet tea without any soft sort of cleanliness, without any purificatory practices, as mentioned above. Nothing happens, just like wet tea. You will come on your bed and then you are just risen from the bed. And now they know earlier they will have even a table which you can put it on the, like this. So your legs are still long and then the table and then you drink here, just on this only. Now this is the life of many people. Modern people, they think, oh, we are advanced. I'm getting my tea on my table, on my bed. I'm more advanced. Oh, you'll go in the kitchen and prepare and come. I'm getting here. So this is it's not a recommended life. The household children are taken to practice what the parent practice, and therefore the whole generation glides towards health. So as we discussed this, right, point that what we do, child will follow. What we tell, child will not do. We get frustrated that I'm telling, but child is not doing. Just stop telling and start doing yourself, and the child will follow automatically. If you're chanting, child will observe and say, Mama, what is this? Can I use it? Yes. Okay, take this, say Hare Krishna. And the child will start doing it. If you're reading, Mama, what are you reading? Oh, I'm reading this. Oh, can I read with you? Yeah, come sit here. Like that. They will automatically practice this. If you want to give them a good habit, then you have to do it. So this is important. Because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yad yat achati shrestha, tat tat eve tarojana. Whatever else leaders do, general public will follow. So leader is in a home. Who is the leader? Parents are the leader. If the parents don't follow, how do you expect the children to follow? They will never do it. Come what may.
And then saying values are got, not taught.
Yes, values are caught. Absolutely.
Bhagavad Gita versus today's verse, Prabhuji, take a mention.
Is it? Very nice. Yeah, so this is a. So look at the last line in the purport. Prabhupada says that he was anxious. He means Yudhishthira Maharaj was anxious to see them and therefore asked Sanjay, the private secretary of the Dhritarashtra. Now, why Yudhishthira Maharaj was so anxious? Dhritarashtra, who inflicted so much pain to them, sending to forest, betrothed their wife, taken their kingdom, they tried to kill them. Still, Yudhishthira Maharaj is so anxious to see where they have gone, finding out about their whereabouts. This is the heart of a devotee. They are always forgiving. Okay, forgive. No problem. This is forgiving. In fact, why Yudhishthira Maharaj was called Ajatashatru? Because he followed the Dharma. He is also called Dharmaraj, right? He is also called Dharma. Why? Because he always followed Dharma. Always. Right? So in Manusmriti, there is a verse, right? What is it called? Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Right? So this verse comes in that. What he says, that Dharma only destroys those that destroy it. So who are adharmi, so we say, so many people are destroying temple, nothing happens to them. The time will come. You don't have to worry. Krishna's chakra is moving. It will happen on its time. It doesn't happen when we wish. It happens when Krishna wishes, right? When the Lord wishes, that it will happen. And dharma also protect those who protect it. So if we want to protect ourselves, we have to protect our dharma. Means following the dharma, following the process, and then automatically we get protected. Devotees become fearless. The materialistic people, they are fearful. When something is to, when they are going to leave a body, they feel very fearful. Oh, I'm going to lose all these things. Dhritarashtra had the same feeling. That if I go out, then I will not have any shelter. What will I eat? Where will I live? That's why he was not going. So devotees have no fear. He said, Krishna will take care of me. Why should I worry? They accept any kind of reversals in their life as a mercy of Krishna. Saying, okay, Krishna is trying to purify me. It's my past karma that is afflicting me this situation. And therefore I am in this. And they try to become more and more stronger in their bhakti. More and more stronger in their bhakti. So we should try to practice the spiritual practices very, very diligently, very, very sincerely. If you have not done in the past, it's like a wake-up call for all of us. Every verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita are wake-up call for all of us. Oh, I did not do this till now. Let me become sincere. Let me now become sincere. Let me take it to Bhagavatam. Let me read every day. And then a lot of enthusiasm comes. Like, people at the first month of New Year, everybody's in the gym because they've taken a vow. I'm going to reduce weight. I'm going to do this, do this. And after 1 month there, all the enthusiasm is gone. Then next year. But in this also it happens. I'm going to, because we hear some nice thing. Yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to read every day. And then what happens? Battery goes down. Therefore, association. When we associate, battery gets recharged. And then again we can practice. So we need this energy. All of us need this. So this is important, right? Now, from verse 32 to 34, Dhritarashtra is anxiously asked Sanjay. So what is asking? Tatra Sanjayam Asinam Prapancho Dvigna Manasaha Gavalagne Vanastato Vruddho Hinascha Netrayo. Akshat, can you read, madam?
Maharaj is straightforward inside, he turned to Sanjaya, who was sitting there, and said, "Oh Sanjaya, where is the uncle who is old and blind?" Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So he has a compassion in asking, where have they gone? He is worried about them. Right? A kind-hearted person always is worried about others' well-being. Whatever maybe they have done to them. But kind-hearted person always like that. They always want to see the welfare of everybody. Right? That's what they say. Because what he's saying, he is telling me because he's feeling gratefulness towards them. He says, I'm grateful to both of them because they protected us when my father died. When Pandu died, they were very young. Vidu actually protected them. Dhritarashtra may not have, but he's still grateful to him, saying, at least we live under their shelter. So with that heart, grateful heart, he's asking this question. So further, let's see. Amba chahata putranam Pitruvya gata suvat Api mayakrita pragye Hata bandhu sabharyaya asham samana samalam
Asham samana shalam
gangayam dukkito patat.
Gangaya Dukito Pada.
Priyansh, can you read?
Yeah, translation. Where is my well-wisher uncle Vidura and mother Gandhari, who is very afflicted due to all her sons dying? My uncle Dhritarashtra was also very mortified due to the death of all his sons and grandsons. Undoubtedly, I'm very ungrateful. Did he therefore take my offenses very seriously and, along with his wife, drown himself in the Gangas?
Hare Krishna. Now here we can see the heart of Yudhishthira Maharaj. He is not only saying that they protected me, they saved me all, but he is saying, did I do something wrong? Any of my behavior forced them to go out of this home? He's thinking that I must have done something wrong. That's why they went out. Look at the heart of Yudhishthira Maharaj. You see, he's saying, did I cause any pain to them? That's why they left. I feel very sorry for them. Like that, he's feeling sad. So this is called sensitivity. See, where there is affection, there is sensitivity in our dealings. If there is an affection to someone, then there is sensitivity. Otherwise, there is no sensitivity. For example, I'll give one example of Srila Prabhupada. So when Srila Prabhupada went to, what is that place in Nagpur? Near Nagpur, Varda, the Gandhi's ashram? Sevagram. Sevagram. So Prabhupada was not very, in line with Gandhi's philosophy. Because Gandhi say ahimsa. Okay, if somebody slap you on one, you offer another cheek. Gandhi said, Prabhupada said, no, that's not right. You have to fight back. If somebody is demolishing our temple, we have to protect. Right? We have to fight back. We cannot be like that. So Prabhupada was not in agreement with what Gandhi would say. But when Prabhupada went to Sevagram, he was telling his devotees that we should not speak anything against him because sensitive, that area is vibrant with Gandhi's influence. And they cannot be speaking anything wrong, right? So it's called sensitivity. You can say, yeah, what you're saying is wrong, no. He's saying, okay, you are trying to liberate our, country and all those things, just fine. So this is called sensitivity. That when we are in the assembly, we should not speak something that will hurt others, right? If it is a private, we can talk one-to-one and talk about it, but publicly, absolutely no. We should not do it. So that is sensitive. So when there is affection towards someone, the sensitivity comes. And the affection is only there when the heart is soft. Have you seen a person who is very hard-hearted and still love? No, it's not possible. Love can only manifest in a soft heart. Have you seen a flower or a plant growing on a concrete road? No, it's very hard. It's a soft soil, then the plant will grow automatically. So our heart has to become soft so that the Bhakti Lata Beach will grow in that, right? So we should try to become very humble and then automatically things will happen. So this is the heart of Yudhishthira Maharaj, where he feels sorry, and though he has not done anything wrong, he has been always helping and wishing good for them. Yudhishthira Maharaj always wished good for the Dhritarashtra and his sons. Yudhishthira Maharaj never wanted a war. He never wanted a war. They sent even Krishna become a messenger and say, okay, just ask for 5 villages. That's okay. We don't want anything else. They did not give. And then who wanted? Duryodhana wanted a war. If you want, then you fight. All right, now there's no choice. They did not say we will fight. Duryodhana said that if you want this, then fight with us. Then there was no choice left with them to fight. So they fought. So, and also, Prabhupada writes in a purport that Yudhishthira Maharaj also feels sorry that all his sons were killed by them. So that's why probably they are left. It was a war, which was instigated by Duryodhana and his party, but still being a kind-hearted, Yudhishthira Maharaj is feeling very sorry that maybe I have afflicted this pain to him. That's why they left. Right? So this is the heart of a devotee. We should try to cultivate this kind of. And Prabhupada writes in the last few lines, what he says, this is the nature of a good man and devotee of the Lord. A devotee never finds fault with others, but tries to find his own and thus rectify them as far as possible. We don't find fault with others. If we try to see fault, then we cannot progress. Not possible. We cannot build relation with anyone if we see faults in them. No way. If we see faults in our children, what do we just give them up? No, we still love them. So we should not see fault. We should see good in people and then just fan those good qualities so they become fire and they'll burn out the bad qualities. This should be done. We should fan the good qualities and we'll automatically burn out the bad qualities. That's how we should try to do. Verse number 34. Pitaryu uparate pandav sarvan surida shishun arakshata vyasanatah pitrubhyopagatavitah. Yes, anybody think you would like to read, brother? Yeah.
When my father fell down, and we were small children, these two uncles gave us protection from all kinds of calamities. They were always our good well-wishers. Alas, where have they gone?
Thank you, brother. Hare. So you can see so much love is there produced, Mara. Can any one of us think like this? Very difficult. Somebody has taken some little money from us and we will think about them for lifelong. He took $100, never returned. They don't even think. Little money, nothing, our life is still like intact. But that's the nature of the material world. But by reading scripture, we can develop these qualities. This quality will manifest slowly as we keep reading this. That's why Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya every day. Every day we should do it. So he's feeling a very sorrowful condition. Because a humble heart is a grateful heart. Humble heart is a grateful heart. For example, we will be grateful to something, like for example, if you go to Tesla showroom and say, I want to buy a car. I say, okay, you pay $60,000 and take it. And we pay and we bring it home. Right? Do we feel grateful to Elon Musk? Oh, you gave me such a nice car. I really needed this car, but you gave me. No, I pay you $60,000. You better give me a nice car, right? There's no gratefulness comes there. But when we serve food to homeless people, they feel so much grateful. Oh, nobody takes care of me. At least you gave me some nice food. I'm so grateful to you. The gratefulness comes in our heart when we get something that we don't deserve. Then the gratefulness comes. And therefore, if we remain humble, we will always be grateful that I don't deserve this, but I'm still getting this. So I'm grateful. If we think that this is my entitlement, which happens with a lot of millennial people, kids, this is my entitlement, I need to have these things, then they will never be able to become grateful. Because that's my entitlement, my hak, it's my right to get this, right? In material people's family, this I have seen it. The kids will say, "No, Dad, you have to give me that. Come on." But they are not grateful. The relation only exists till the needs are or wants are fulfilled, not need wants. Like I gave an example of that person who became bankrupt, and only till that the wife was getting all this necessities, she worked with her husband. As soon as it's gone, relationship gone. So this entitlement should not be there in our mind, especially the devotees, sadhakas. then the purification will happen. We become humble, heart will become soft, and bhakti lata will grow. So this is very important. And entitlement also makes us arrogant, right? We become very arrogant in that. And pride will come. So Sanjay's response. Let's see what Sanjay is telling. So Yudhishthira Maharaj asked questions. Now Sanjay is responding to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Sutta uvacha कृपया स्नेह वैकल्यात् सुतो विरह कर्षितः आत्मेश्वरम् अचक्षाणो न प्रत्याहाति पीडितः. Okay. Would I read better? Yes. Yeah.
Sutta Goswami said, because of compassion and mental agitation, Sanjaya, not having seen his own doctor, the
Dhritarashtra
was aggrieved and could not properly reply to Maharaja Yudhishthira.
Thank you, Beta. Very nice. Hare. So, Sanjay also felt that, oh, I have not seen my master, is gone. He feels very sorry. See, I'll tell you one story. This is a story from Braj Bhumi. So, there was one devotee, and he was serving his spiritual master. For 40, 50 years, been serving him. And he would do everything. Like his Guru Maharaj when he will do brush, he will do brush. He will give towel, he will take one, take bath. All these things, like, the servant was serving him so nicely. And Guru Maharaj was fully dependent on him. He would do it. Very nice service. Once Guru Maharaj fell sick, so he was taken into ICU in Mathura. So in ICU, as we know, only the patient is out. Nobody else can enter. So this disciple thought, hey, how can I not serve my spiritual master? He is there. I have to be there. So he pleaded to doctors and said, no, nothing doing. You cannot be in that. But somehow he had a lot of desire to serve his spiritual master. So he somehow went sneak into the ICU and he hid under the bed. And he will come out when nobody is there. He will massage his feet of the Guru Maharaj. He will serve him nicely. All the things he used to do. And he will again hide. Like that, he managed. Then suddenly, because ICU means there are a lot of monitoring is going on for the health. And suddenly alarm started going. And at the time, nobody was in the ICU. Beep, 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 like that, beeping. Then he thought, what should I do? He said, okay, let me call because I cannot do it. He immediately went out and told nurse and doctor, please come, something has happened. They came and took care of that. And said, how did you know about this? Then he said, I was here only, I was hiding here. He said, no, you cannot hide here. This is not the place for you. It's only for, patient. How can you be here? Then he said, I have been serving him for so many years. How can I be away from him? That's not good. The doctor told that he's like, so they allowed him to be there. And after some time, the Guru Maharaj left. So when somebody asked what happened, he was narrating and he says, see, I have no love for my Guru Maharaj. He left. And I'm still eating, I'm still breathing. If you have love, I would have left my body. So he was like choked up and telling this. Same thing Sanjay is feeling. I've been serving Dhritarashtra for so many years. Now he's gone even without telling me. So this is the kind of compassion that the soft-hearted, kind-hearted people will have. And this develops over a period of time. It's not overnight. Something is going to change. So here we can see there a very important point is being mentioned, right? That he says, I have been cheated. Here he says, I have been cheated by them. Who cheated? Dhritarashtra and Gandhari and Vidur, they cheated Sanjay. Because they cheated me, they just left without telling me. So this cheating is sometimes very painful for the people who love their loved ones very much, right? So that's what has happened. Okay, that's the other response of Sanjay. Vimrujya Shuni Panibhyam Vistabhyatmanam Atmana Ajata Shatrum Pratyuche Prabhupada Anusmaram. Of this you are praying, will you just
First, he slowly pacified his mind by intelligence and wiping away his tears, and thinking of the feet of his master, Dhritarashtra. He began to reply to Maharaj Yudhishthira.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So here we can see he himself, Sanjay himself pacified, I have to respond. But he is feeling very sorrow in his heart. He had tears when this asked. He's having tears because my master did not tell me. When I'm still alive, I'm still eating, like that devotee is felt. I'm still alive, I'm still eating. But that's how the life is. Very difficult. So now he's going to respond. But now we'll end with the next verse. And this purport is very brilliant, dear devotees. It's a very brilliant purport. We'll just introspect into that. So let's go to the next verse. Because it's extremely very pay attention when we read that. Okay, this is the last verse for today. So verse number 37. Sanjaya Uvacha Naham Veda Vyavasitam Pitrorva Kulanandana Gandharyava Mahabaho Mushitosmi Mahatmabhihi. Mataji can read. Archana Mataji can read.
Sanjaya said, my dear descendants of the Guru dynasty, I have no information of this information. Your two uncles and Gandhar, both here, have been cheated by those great souls.
Hare. See, he's saying they have cheated me. They have cheated me and they left like that. So let us dwell into the purport. The purport is very brilliant. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That great souls cheat others may be astonishing to know, but it is a fact that great souls cheat others for a great cause. Great souls cheat for a great cause. And Prabhupada gives so many beautiful examples, right? It is said that Lord Krishna also advised Yudhishthira to tell a lie before Dronacharya, as it was also for a great cause, right? When Aswasthama, then Dronacharya was given, when he was in charge of the army, after Vishwamitra left, after 10th day, Vishwamitra left, and then Dronacharya was given the Pradhan Senapati. He was established. And no way Pandava could defeat because he is his guru. It's so difficult for them to beat a guru. Dronacharya is a very powerful warrior. So the only way to defeat him is to make him emotionally weak. And there is no way that you can make him emotionally weak. So Krishna tells, when the elephant called Aswatthama was killed, he says, shout Aswatthama killed, Aswatthama killed. So because war is happening in so many ways. So Aswatthama will not know, Dronacharya will not know where his son died, but just send a message. But he still did not believe it. And he was shouting out of his lung, saying Aswatthama killed, but Dronacharya did not believe it. Then Krishna told, you have to speak because Yudhishthira Maharaj would never tell a lie. Never in his life. So only he says, then Dronacharya will believe him. And that's why Krishna told, you say, then he said. But that was for a great cause, to win the war. Because there was no way Pandava could beat Kauravas. Kauravas still, that time Bhishma was there, Dronacharya was, it's not possible. Even Bhishma was killed with the cheating. Yeah. So it's like that. Right? So all these things are there. So these are all for a great cause. You know, devotees do this. So Prabhupada gives another example. Prabhupada says that very beautiful. This is what it is. The Lord wanted it, and therefore it was a great cause. Just because Krishna wants it, it's a great cause. There is no reason we have bigger than Lord's wish. This is important. There is no reason bigger than Lord's wish to do that. That's it. If Lord says do it, just do it. No thinking. No thinking. Satisfaction of the Lord is a criteria of one who is bona fide. And the highest perfection of life is to satisfy the Lord by one's occupational duty. Just do your duty perfectly. Don't try to do somebody else's duty nicely. No, do your duty. If you are given some task, just keep doing it, even imperfectly. Someday you will become good at it. But just do your duty. We neglect our duty and try to do somebody else's duty. That's not good enough. We should do our duty nicely. That's why Prabhupada says, even by remaining in Grihastha ashram, we can still achieve the Krishna Prema. It is absolutely possible. All the Mahatma that we see, most of them were Grihasthas. Most of them were Grihasthas. Dhritarashtra and Vidur, followed by Gandhari, did not disclose their determination to Sanjay, although he was constantly with Dhritarashtra as his personal assistant. Sanjay, although he was constantly with Dhritarashtra as his personal assistant, Sanjay never thought that Dhritarashtra could perform any act without consulting him. This is a story which I was telling. Same thing. The disciple thought, how can my guru leave? He would always ask for me. I need my towel, I need my gamcha, I need my toothbrush. All this. And now suddenly he's gone without even telling me. That's very sadness. Sanjay is also having the same feeling here. But Dhritarashtra's going away from home was so confidential that it could not be disclosed even to Sanjay. It was so confidential. But if we tell Sanjay, then everybody will know. So they don't want telling. Then example Prabhupada gives from the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very beautiful example. Sanatan Goswami also cheated the keeper of the prison house while going away to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here what happened? When Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami, they were serving the Muslim king at the time, right? And they were imprisoned. They were given Muslim names, everything they were doing. And they were given and they were imprisoned. When Sanatan Goswami wanted to go and meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had to tell lies. What did he say? I want to go for a Hajj. And in Muslim, Hajj is very important. Okay, then you please let me go. Then he said, okay. The prison keeper was told like that, and somehow he became soft and he let him go. Like that. So this is how, but it was for a great cause to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what did he do? They went to Vrindavan, never left Vrindavan. What did they do? They excavated the temples. They write scriptures. All these things happen. So it was a great cause. For that, life is perfect all right. And it for what? For pleasing Krishna. Right? So that's what it is. And similarly, Raghunath Das Goswami also cheated his priest and left home for good to satisfy the Lord. Raghunath Das Goswami was a very wealthy, a son of very wealthy person, merchant. His family was very wealthy. In today's culture, it would be like a millionaire, billionaire kind of thing. That much money they had. And his parents never wanted him to become a devotee. He says, no, what will you do? They just forcefully got him married to a beautiful woman. But he was never interested in anything like that. He was given his heart to the Lord. So when you try to escape, they will bring him back for some reason. And here, once he was kept in under house arrest, you can say house arrest. So the priest was there. So he told priest, I have to do some puja. Let me go and do and come back. And he allows him to go and he never comes back. So why? He wants to meet Mahaprabhu, serve Mahaprabhu like that. So you can see that this is how the devotees cheat for a greater cause. Right? So Prabhupada writes further in this, he says, to satisfy the Lord, anything is good, for it is in relation with the absolute truth. We also had the same opportunity to cheat the family members and leave home to engage at the service of Srimad Bhagavatam. Like, Prabhupada's disciples, so many disciples are there. They actually cheated their family and then joined this movement. If you see the Lilamrit, if you read Lilamrit, so many wonderful pastimes of Srila Prabhupada are there, where the family, in fact, there was one book, What About Sue, S-U-E. There's a very nice book. So she is a devotee now. I don't know her spiritual name, but she is in Prabhupada's movement. So what happened when she joined? Actually, she was kidnapped by her parents to go back, to bring her back home. But she again came back by doing some process. So the point is that you cheat your family member to do the right cause. Because what happens? One good devotee in a family delivers the 21 generations. Yeah. So isn't that good? Suppose if you cheat and become a devotee, the parent may feel, "Arey, what happened?" But it is for good cause. We see so many brahmacharis in ashram. They join and parent feel, "Arey, I lost my son." Arey, you become a great brahmachari. He is serving so many people. He's bringing people close to Krishna. Why you have to worry? So cheating is allowed for a greater cause. Okay. Such cheating was necessary for a great cause, and there is no loss for any party in such transcendental fraud. You see, any party. Even in family, if you cheat and do bhakti, there is no loss. Even for the person who is doing bhakti and for the family member too, because they are going to get benefit of the person doing bhakti in their family. Prahlad Maharaj says, he asked Nasingdev, can you deliver my father? Nasing Mahadev says, oh, 21 generations are already liberated. 21 generations gets liberated. If there's a one good devotee in a family, just think about it, 21 generations. How great. So for a Kanishta Bhakta, it is 7 generations. For Madhyam Bhakta, it is 14. For Uttam, 21. But even for a Kanish, 7 generations, whom we don't even know the names, right? Anybody who's here can tell the generation, 7 generation names? You don't. But still we are able to liberate them. What a great cause, isn't it? So therefore, we should do bhakti very nicely. So next week, we'll study Narad Muni shatters Yudhishthira's lamentation and illusion. So Yudhishthira is aggrieved because everybody left, all the elderly people have left. So he is feeling very sorrow, is lamenting. But then Narad Muni comes and he rescues. So that we'll see next week. Hare Krishna. Hare Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Hare Bo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody have any question, comment? If not, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. So let's do. Okay, we'll do Nasim prayer and then Mahaprasad. Then we'll have nice dinner prasadam. Today is a special menu. Okay, who's going to come here? So everybody.
Sit next to the okay.
You will be the front runner.
Joish, अरे क्या थी ऊंचे में बैठा थी आ रहे
वो बोला खाली बात
Okay. Namaste. Dala, dala, dala,